Hey everybody, this is Brian with Bear Cards 34, coming back with another mail day video today. A good friend of the channel, a good friend of mine, Dawn, hooked me up with a care package that I have been very excited for. So we're going to go ahead and open that. Before I do, I just want to mention, in my boombox video, I seriously need to check my eyes and or be more careful when I'm opening the cards to see what I have, because I actually pulled 3 more numbered cards than what I thought. This one was hidden a little bit in the silver, and so right afterwards I sorted the cards before I even posted the video and realized that the box was even better than I thought. So this Josh Allen star status is numbered out of 349, and then in addition, this Devontae Adams, which has a color parallel, is numbered out of 149, and then this Alex Smith 2015 Topps Chrome with the refractor there, is actually numbered out of 299. And he's a PC guy of mine, University of Utah alum, so very excited about that. And just wanted to mention, and then in addition, my good buddy Mike over at the Ditka Collector, his daughter Sarah made this awesome Ditka clause for me. Love that card. Great likeness of Mike Ditka as well. One of the cards he sent me that I really loved was this Dick Butkus. And I noticed afterwards that this is also numbered 22 out of 125. So very excited about that one for sure. He gave me some pretty awesome cards. And so I did pick up a couple mail day cards that I'll show. But first I wanted to clarify. So I had mentioned I had picked up this variation of Andre Rison signed by the Browns. And I don't know if it's because you can't see the Browns very well with that dark spot. But they also have this signed by Browns. And so it's just kind of a variation, and I just decided I'd pick that up. I'm an Andre Rison fan, so wanted to get that as well. And I have 2 little eBay pickups, well 3 actually. So the first one I'll show, as a Utah Jazz fan, I wanted to pick up a Kelly Olynyk card. He signed with the Jazz last year, and this is my first card of him with the Jazz, and it's obviously my first auto as well. So happy to pick that one up. And then a big fan of University of Utah football, so I picked up this Bowman U first parallel of Cam Rising, numbered out of 299. And I had mentioned on a video recently that the Utah Utes, they're in the Pac-12, and it's just been falling apart. And the night I posted that video, it was announced that Utah would also be leaving. So they are now going over to the Big 12 after this upcoming season. And it's a shame because the Pac-12 has a lot of history, and it's just kind of falling apart at the moment, unfortunately. And the last card I got, this is from 1980 Topps. Now there's a Marquise Johnson on there, which is nice, but I got this for the Jeff Judkins of the Utah Jazz. And the story behind that is that my wife and I went up to Bear Lake, Utah for a show with my parents and my sister and her date. And my sister's date was actually Jeff Judkins' son. A really nice guy, first time we had met, and I knew his dad had played for the Jazz. We talked a little bit, and I had asked him, of course, as a card collector, hey, does your dad have any cards? And he said he had 2, one of which was this right here. This is, I think, his only card with the Jazz. And his son, my sister's date, he had mentioned, yeah, on the back of the card it's cool because it says that Jeff married his high school sweetheart, and that's my mom. So sure enough, when the card came in, Jeff married his high school sweetheart, so that's referring to his parents right there. And his kid told me some pretty cool stories about Jeff and the NBA, including, I guess Jeff was known as being a really good guy, and so the players' wives always wanted his teammates to be around him on road trips and things like that, which was kind of funny. Now, I will mention, and I'm sure a lot of you guys are aware of this, I am certainly aware of this and already was, but sometimes in eBay listings, the picture can be deceiving. So the picture looked very good. I mean, the corners are quite sharp, looks pretty nice. And then when I got it, I realized there is a crease going all the way across the card right there, unfortunately. So I will pick up a better copy of this in the near future. But for now, this will go in my Utah Jazz binder. And yeah, happy to have the card, though, and kind of a cool story. So the show that we went to was actually for Rich Little. Now, some of you guys may never have heard of him. If you've been around for a little while, then you certainly might have. He's really famous for impressions, including Richard Nixon, Jimmy Stewart, Ronald Reagan, just to name a few. And it was a really fun night. My dad was especially excited. I remember when I was a kid in 1987, there was actually a rap song on the radio called the Contra Rap. about the Iran-Contra, situation, and it was all impressions of Rich Little on that song. And for some reason, even though I was a little kid, I didn't even know what the stuff meant, but I really liked the video for that. So it was nice to see him. He did, he's getting up there in age. I think he's like mid 80s or early 80s, but he's still going strong. Great impressions. It was a lot of fun. Got to meet him afterwards for a little bit. And he would tell stories, show video clips, and then do impressions. And so it was for a good cause. He was doing a fundraiser for a hospital up there, and he has a home up there. And so I think he did one about 10 years ago and came back to do that. So yeah, that was a lot of fun right there. Okay, so now about this box right here. If you follow my channel for a while, you know that I do show and tell videos. Right now I'm in the middle of a Topps USFL show and tell set. And I have been trying for years now to complete the 1977 Topps set. My buddy Mike over at Cards in the Closet has given me quite a few cards that I've been able to pick up along with eBay purchases, slowly but surely getting through that. And Don reached out and said, hey, I have a lot of 1977 Topps cards. What cards do you still need? And so I let him know what I was searching for. I think I'm at about 82% of the set right now. And he reached out and said, hey, I have most of those cards, and I'd love to send them your way, which was pretty exciting for me. So, I said, yeah, that'd be great. How much do I owe you? And he said, you don't owe me a thing. In fact, I asked if I could share the email, and he said yes, but he said, you don't owe me anything, and you can have them. We're all family in the card community, which I just think is so awesome. There's been so much generosity in the card community. I've seen it, and you guys have seen some in the videos that I've shared, where people have reached out and shared care packages with me, and you've probably seen some other videos where you've seen that kindness from others as well. And so that just really made my day. And he had sent me an email to kind of let me know about the 1977 set, and what he said was, I have most of the cards you need. You may need maybe 5 or 6 to complete the set. Looking forward to the video. 1977 is my favorite set. When I was a boy, my dad got a case of 1977 football. We sold most of them in the family store, but I was always taking packs. We had so many of them. The 1977 set is the first set I ever completed. It's a great design and very colorful set. I totally agree. And he says, it means a lot to me. So I'm very excited about this mail day, and it's going to be very fun to put these in the binder. It's always a great feeling when you're a set collector if you have a binder of a set and you fill in those missing, sleeve cards and fill them in. It's a great feeling. And so he sent me a letter. Hey, Brian, can't wait to see the video. Most of the cards are in great shape. Just want to tell you the Kenny Stabler card, someone in the family wanted to draw a beard on him. I fixed it, but it's the only one I have left in my extras, so do what you want with it. Sorry, I have 3 brothers and 1 sister, and no one is coming clean on the cards. Take care, Don Luca. I understand. I grew up with 2 brothers and a sister, and we had very similar experiences there. And he says, P.S. I love the NFL, and I'm an Eagles fan. Fly, Eagles, fly. I love the Eagles, probably partially because they're not in the Bears division, but I always loved Reggie White when I was a kid, and Randall Cunningham. And Ron Jaworski, too, a big fan of his. And then the Vince Papale story. I'm a sucker for sports movies, and his story was a pretty fun one. So anyway, we will go ahead and rip into this and see what we get. Or what I get, I guess. I always say we. Well, a lot of times I say we. But I guess you guys are watching it with me, so we will see what I get. But Don, thanks again, man. I really, really appreciate this, and I'm very excited to be able to look into the video, or to make the video. Okay, hang on one sec. Let me get a little more. I think we got some more tape here, which is always good to protect, right? Okay. And, okay, there we go. That's why. It's from right here. Okay. Okay, there it is. Wow. So you guys can see that is a lot of cards right there. So the 77 set is a big one. And he said he might be throwing in a few extras as well, which, man, you really didn't have to do, but thank you very, very much. Yeah, there's a lot of cards in here. That is awesome. Okay. So I'm not going to go through every single card individually, but I do want to kind of give you guys an idea here. Oh, that's awesome. Look at that. That is awesome. We got Walter right here. Chicago Bears coming through. Fleer 1980. That is awesome. Always love those action shots. And with Fleer, you know, they were able to have the logos on the cards, unlike Topps at that time, unfortunately. Yeah, so this is going to be really exciting. Look at this. So a lot of the cards, what I was doing is I was kind of picking up team sets. And so a lot of these will be from you know, the same group of teams. John Riggins, that's awesome. He was such a character too. Calvin Hill, right on. Ken Houston, Hall of Famer. There's the Ken Stabler. All right, there we go. Yeah, you can see, Don, you did a pretty good job there getting that off. That's great. And it looks like they're playing the Chicago Bears maybe there. Yeah, it looks like it. Mark Mosley, who, you know, as a kicker, he won the MVP award in 1982, which is just blows my mind. That'll never happen again. Joe Theismann, you know, one of my dream cards is his OPG, I think it's OPG CFL card. I would just love to have that. Steve Grogan, back in his younger years. Yeah, so this is exciting. So I am going to be going through this. Wow, I'm going to be going through this right here. And, man, this is so cool. Thank you so much. I just can't even, you know, the time and effort and money that I would have had to put into, hey, and there's the Eagles too. The effort that I would have had to put into getting these cards, you know, just, Don, thank you so much. I was just so generous of you, and I really, really appreciate it. Chuck Foreman, Jim Marshall, Paul Krause. I mean, there's just some great players in here. Carl Eller, Tingelhoff, the Hilgenberg father right there, or uncle, I believe. But anyway, yeah, the Hilgenbergs had quite a few talented players. Alan Page, who also played with the Bears. Love Alan Page. Shout out to Dustin over at Dustin and Blake. Ahmad Rashad. Wow, yeah, this is just awesome. OJ, killer card. I don't even know. Joe Delamineule, but Hall of Famer. John Dutton, before the Yellowstone Ranch. Pretty awesome. Yeah, so this is just exciting. I am so excited. That is a lot of awesome cards, and this extra Bears card is sweet as well. So, Don, thank you so much. Just need a handful of cards, it sounds like, so I'll go put these in the binder and double-check which handful I still need and get those through eBay in the very near future. So my goal then will be to get those last few cards, wrap up the USFL show and tell, and then jump into the 1977 Topps show and tell. So, again, just such a thoughtful gesture. I really appreciate it, Don. That was extremely nice of you. You guys are great. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. I'll be back with more videos in the near future. And as always, go Bears.